I can't really say right now because I'm still in the mix. Like I said, but
how close are you to that, being undefeated and unblemished with some big fights out there for you to get?
Hopefully when it's all said and done, I'll be one of them top great fights.
I mean, Floyd was good. He was top tier. I mean, me, I feel as though I could compete with any top fighter.
But people got to realize, I'm still retired, officially retired. But I didn't retire from entertaining people, and I didn't retire from making money.
On Stephen
Gervonta Davis confidently stated that he would defeat Floyd Mayweather if they ever stepped into the ring together. Tank also made it clear that his ambition is to become one of boxing's all-time greats and remain among the sport's top fighters.
I feel as though my skills, and not to take nothing from Floyd, but I feel like my skills can compete with anybody that ever laced up a boxing glove.
Stephen A. Smith praised Gervonta Davis as one of boxing's most talented and respected fighters while explaining the special abilities that make him different from others. He highlighted Tank's impressive movement, high boxing intelligence, perfect timing, and skill in controlling the rhythm of a fight. Smith believes those strengths have not received enough attention or respect. In his opinion, Davis has already secured his position as one of boxing's biggest names and deserves the recognition that matches his true ability.
You're 30-0, 28 knockouts, clearly one of the top 5 fighters on the planet, if not #1 in a lot of people's eyes.
The situation became more intense when Gervonta Davis used his private account and wrote, "Goni, I'll take Floyd too. Tell him to suit up." The fearless statement immediately caught the attention of fans and created rumors that Tank was genuinely ready to step inside the ring against his former trainer. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather reacted without showing much emotion to Davis's challenge and called the situation a win-win for himself. He explained that although he is no longer an active professional boxer, he can still attract audiences through exhibition fights while making huge earnings. Floyd added that his legacy is already established and a fight with Davis would create enormous interest because of their past connection and the storyline behind the matchup.
At the end of the day, I'm always in a no-win situation. If I go out, I talked about this numerous times. If I knock him out in the first round, they're going to say it was a waste of our money. If I carry him, let him go a few rounds, they're going to say, oh, Floyd Mayweather couldn't knock this guy out. But people got to realize I'm still retired, officially retired. But I didn't retire from entertaining people, and I didn't retire from making money.
Gervonta Davis showed complete belief in his own abilities by challenging Floyd Mayweather publicly. Tank feels that he is currently at the peak of his career and has the confidence to compete against any fighter. His mindset comes from years of strong performances and powerful knockout wins over respected opponents. Davis considers himself one of the best boxers in the sport today and believes there is no opponent he cannot handle. By calling out Floyd, he proved that he does not fear famous names and feels his present skills are capable of competing with or defeating anyone in front of him.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody. Like, I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like, if I'm on my game. You feel
Gervonta Davis feels that no fighter can match him at this point in his career. He believes he has the ability to beat Floyd Mayweather because he knows Floyd's style, defensive moves, and boxing approach better than many other fighters. After spending years learning from him, Tank believes that experience could provide him with an important advantage if they ever faced each other in the ring.
That's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody. Like, talking about top to bottom list of fighters that's fighting on TV.
So what that got to do with you being, I guess, embarrassing? Like, because again, we seen you make posts on story like the fight not happening. Like,
whenever Gervonta Davis enters the boxing ring, fans and the entire boxing community pay close attention because his fights always create major excitement and strong pay-per-view results. Tank has developed a reputation as one of the sport's biggest stars because of his devastating knockout power, entertaining style, and natural ability to attract audiences. Supporters understand that every fight carries the possibility of a spectacular ending, which keeps the energy and anticipation extremely high. A possible battle against Floyd Mayweather would increase that excitement even further and become a massive event.
You get hate. Gervonta Davis,
the face of boxing for millions of people. He is boxing. When I talk to a lot of people, not the boxing people that I call them generals with no armies, because there's a lot of people in boxing that talk like they have an army behind them, but they don't have a following in any of it. Gervonta Tank Davis today called out Floyd Mayweather, and I'll share with you the call out. And even if he called it out from his burner account, it still goes viral. It still ends up on World Star Hip Hop. It still ends up on all the sites, and it makes major, major news. Tank is not one to be streaming all day. He's not one to post all day on social media. So when he does post, people gravitate towards it. When you're a real superstar, and I've been in Tank in different places, from mall in England to different businesses in Vegas. Here's the call out to Floyd. I'll get back to the popularity in a second. But Gervonta Tank Davis, one of the best, if not the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet, says, I'll take Floyd too. Tell him to suit it up. Now, any fight you have Gervonta Tank Davis involved in is already a record-breaking fight.
The connection between them as a former trainer and fighter creates a storyline that goes beyond normal boxing competition. Their years of working together, followed by disagreements and public exchanges, have built a strong emotional element around their relationship. That history would make every interview, face-off, and event before the fight much more intense. If this matchup ever became real, it could become one of boxing's biggest spectacles because fans would be eager to discover whether Tank could defeat the person who once helped shape his career.
Manny Pacquiao, Ryan Garcia, to the mix, you know that event will just be out of this world. Gervonta already fought Ryan. There was talks of Tank and Manny Pacquiao many, many times over the years. Never happened, but never say never. And Tank has called out Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, there's talks of him fighting Mike Tyson. I'm sure that's going to do good. There's talks of him fighting Manny Pacquiao, waiting for more official announcement. And Floyd had an exhibition to go to in Greece. It got canceled, but I think a judge now cleared him to fight. Usually judges allow you to go make money. So that may be back on soon. We'll keep you guys posted. But here's Floyd Mayweather in London, moving around with Tank in the ring. This is before Tank became the mega superstar that he is today. And he still sold out the arena. He still was mobbed on the streets. And I have videos of, people just seeing him and going like they couldn't, in disbelief that Gervonta Tank Davis is in London. And his following is real.
Floyd Mayweather was in London walking around with Tank Davis and spending time with him before Tank became the worldwide superstar he is today. Even at that stage, he was able to fill arenas and attract huge attention from fans. People recognized him on the streets and reacted with disbelief that Gervonta Davis was actually in London, proving that his popularity was already growing. Floyd Mayweather also explained that loyalty is one of the most valuable things in his life. He said that when someone lies to him or breaks his trust, he chooses to separate himself from that person. Floyd believes that dishonest people should not remain close because trust is the base of any strong relationship. Once that trust disappears, he prefers to move forward instead of giving endless opportunities. His words show that honesty and respect matter more to him than fame, history, or personal connections.
Happen to be a con artist and a scammer, and four things. If you these four things, I want you to get the away from me. If you a liar, a thief, a rat, and a snake, then I definitely got to disconnect myself from you.
Former welterweight champion Shawn Porter shared his opinion about the increasing conflict between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis. Porter said he was saddened to see their issues become public because both fighters have achieved incredible success in boxing. Instead of people discussing their victories and accomplishments, the attention has shifted toward their personal problems. Porter feels that this disagreement takes away from the greatness they created inside the ring. In his opinion, their bond should not have reached this stage because the conflict affects how fans view both fighters and takes focus away from the remarkable careers they built through dedication and hard work.
They doing that, but why didn't you show up to the fight? It's public knowledge that Tank and Mayweather have had issues. It's public knowledge that they're not in the contract anymore. And it's public knowledge that Tank has moved on and is trying to, for the sake of words, separate himself from the umbrella of being under Mayweather. But Mayweather was there.
Wandering around. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, he was running around, and I tried to say what's up, but Mayweather was there. Why wasn't? No. It wasn't because you wasn't trying to take away from a moment. It was because you weren't sure what that moment was going to look like at the end.
What about Joe Goosen?
What about Joe?
He wasn't there.
What you mean? What? Oh, you mean like in the post-fight press conference?
Yeah. It was his dad, his manager.
So, but they were at the fight.
Yeah, and yes.
I misunderstood. I misunderstood.
Shane Mosley explained that the situation between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis reminded him of his own experience with his son. He said that every young fighter eventually needs the chance to create their own identity rather than always being connected to another person's reputation. Mosley believes Floyd's close involvement with Tank sometimes made it harder for Davis to receive complete credit for his own achievements. Although Floyd played an important role in helping Tank early in his career, Mosley feels that there comes a point when a mentor must step aside and allow the next fighter to grow independently without being compared to someone else.
About Floyd and Tank beefing online.
I seen a little bit. Yeah, you know, I like both guys, so it's like I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and Floyd has a big ego where he wants to, be the man on top, and Gervonta trying to get on top, but it seemed like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. It's kind of it kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time will shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes. Not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like, I don't care about him. I want him to be the best. But me being too close to him all the time takes away a little bit of his shadow, a little bit of his shine. So I need to be, I'm still going to tell him everything he needs to know. I'll get in the ring with him, spar with him, do all kinds of stuff. But he has his own coach, he has his own manager, he has his own team, he has his own family, he has his own, his own stuff.
Gervonta Davis's recent challenge became the turning point that brought years of hidden disagreements into public view. There had already been rumors about problems between the former mentor and student, but Tank's direct statements made the situation much bigger. His decision to openly call out Floyd quickly became one of boxing's most discussed topics. Fans and analysts started questioning whether their conflict had become serious enough to eventually result in an actual fight. The challenge changed years of speculation into a major conversation throughout the boxing community.
When Floyd left Bob Arum, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just going to say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth.